Welcome to the Community Corner. I'm Dallen Stanford, Director of Sports Partnerships for Friends of the British Council, and in partnership with Premiership Rugby, I'm traveling America to uncover stories about amazing people and organizations that are making an impact in the community through the sport of rugby. In this week's episode, we travel to Houston, Texas to visit with members of NASA who also love the sport of rugby.
1, boost ignition, and liftoff.
Anne McClain is preparing for the biggest mission of her life. She's going to the International Space Station for 6 months, and the 38-year-old astronaut is ready. A West Point graduate and former attack helicopter pilot in the Army, McClain flew more than 200 missions during her deployment in Iraq. She was also a member of the US national rugby team, excelling throughout her career on the pitch. McClain credits the sport for aiding her effort to secure a spot with NASA and the opportunity to go where few have ever gone before her.
It was an awesome experience, and to be honest, it helped me prepare me to be an astronaut more than I ever imagined, on being able to hit your limitations and understand you can push through and keep going.
McClain was recently honored before an international fixture in Houston for her career in rugby and upcoming mission with NASA. She shot for the moon and will soon be among the stars. McClain encourages others to do the same.
My advice for them is that you can excel at multiple things. So never give up. If you're passionate about it and you have the drive, then just keep going. I was able to pursue rugby right up until the time I got selected to be an astronaut, and now I'm living my dream doing this. So it's been a really good opportunity, but the big thing is just never give up, and never give up the things that you're passionate about.
Roberto Torres is part of the team supporting McClain on a mission to go into outer space. He's a NASA diver helping with underwater exercises and operations.
I think as a kid you think, yeah, I'm going to work for NASA. Everybody's got big dreams of making that happen, but I never thought that I would end up here.
Torres also plays rugby in Houston with the Bay Area Rugby Club. He sees a lot of similarities between the sport and working for NASA.
So when you're playing rugby, you're a part of a team, and you got to have that toughness, that mental fortitude. And when you come here in the water, it's a life support industry, so you got to trust your team. So if you can trust them on the field to go to war, you can trust them in the water to have your back. Like McClain, Chelsea Iwig dreamt of being an astronaut and working for NASA. She accomplished the latter, becoming a human factors engineer.
My job is to make sure that any hardware or anything that the crew is going to interact with in this capsule is safe, and they're able to use it efficiently and comfortably for their mission.
Iwig received a PhD in philosophy from Rice University, but learned about rugby during her undergraduate days at Kansas State.
I wanted to try something different, so I joined the club team there and just immediately fell in love with the camaraderie and just everything about the sport. It's the ultimate team sport, which our coach always drilled into our heads, and so I just loved that about rugby.
After a daily shift is over, it's off to the pitch to play for the Bay Area Rugby Club. Iwig has learned that even with the most meticulous preparation on space missions, things don't always go according to plan, which holds true on the pitch as well.
You have to be ready to find the best course of action. You can't always just call a play before you start, playing. You have to read the field well, and so you have to be ready to adapt to changing circumstances on the field.
Ian Young started working at NASA soon after graduating from Iowa State with a degree in aeronautical engineering. In his 18th year, Young leads the unit specializing in space capsule abort missions, working to ensure the safety of the astronauts if things go awry.
Yeah, working at NASA has been awesome. It's it's a lot of fun. We're trying to push the bounds of space exploration. Sending people up to the space station and learning about how people work in space, live in space, and to get us back to going to the moon and on to Mars.
Young took up rugby shortly after arriving in Houston and has been hooked on it ever since. He also plays for the Bay Area team along with Iwig and Torres, and has developed a great appreciation for the dynamics of the game.
In certain sports, there's only a few people that touch the ball, right? In rugby, anybody at any time has the opportunity to score, and everybody's a continuous part of the game.
And to Young, what happens after the game is what rugby is really all about.
When we bring another team down and we host them, we serve them afterwards with dinner. No matter what happened on the pitch, you're all buddies afterwards, and you talk about the good old days.
Thanks for watching. I'm Dallen Stanford, and we'll see you in space.